Hello, everyone. How are you? It's Jeannie. Trying to clean up my little desk area here. And in today's video, I am going to show you again what I've been using on my face because I ran out of what I made before, and I will link it in the video here, but you don't have to go watch it because I'm going to do it again. And in this little container, I've made another batch of that night cream slash makeup remover, and I want to tell you how I use it and some little tips and tricks about it. And then I'm also going to make some of a kind of a skin refreshener, kind of a wash for the morning. So I use this at night, and then in the morning I'm going to make kind of a freshening wash. Now, you don't really need a lot to wash your face in the morning unless you've gone out in the middle of the night and gotten your face dirty. Basically, you're just sleeping and your face is on your pillow and you need to wake it up in the morning. You don't want to do anything harsh. So I'm going to make something that is easy to use in the morning, okay? Now, the first thing we're going to do is make some of this amazing, and I honestly, truly believe this is amazing, and it costs pennies. Just because I do this though, remember, it doesn't mean that you can't try or utilize something else. If you do this 2 or 3 or 4 nights a week, maybe you do have a product that you want to use and spend more money on, maybe with a special purpose, like I always think of the movie The Jerk, my special purpose. If you know, you know. But a purpose like maybe with a retinol in it or some acid, a BHA or AHA. This is just something that our grandmas used. Our grandmas, our great-grandmas, and before them. And it's made out of 3 very easily found and inexpensive items. Petroleum jelly. God, I'm noisy. Some baby oil. And some aloe vera gel, and mine is organic. Now, I'm going to put these things aside because I have been known to knock things over. Okay, there we go. One of the things I learned in making this before was it needed to be better blended. So I brought up my milk frother for my coffee, and I'll do that, and it'll help emulsify it a little bit better. The thing about this, remember, is it goes on feeling a little greasy, so you don't go to bed right away. Maybe wait 15, 20, 25 minutes, and it kind of, the greasiness goes away. Now, if you've got concerns about petroleum jelly, thinking, oh, I'm putting oil into my system, crude oil. No, you're not. No, you're not. Okay? This is so refined and it doesn't penetrate. I have talked to 2 dermatologists about this and they absolutely agree. All right? And they're the final say, not a conspiracy thing that you see on the internet. A lot of people use petroleum jelly for slugging, and slugging is where you put on a product, whatever you use, say a retinol or a BHA, AHA, or a certain cream. You put that on, and then you put this on over, and it basically just seals it in. And so that is dermatologist approved. You don't slug every night. You don't do that every night. But it basically traps in the product and makes it work more. Okay? So this is not slugging except for the moisture part. I need a lot of moisture because I have more mature, dry skin. Okay? I found something you might want to see. Ready? That's me. I will never have that nice plump skin, but I tell you, I've been doing my best to take care of my skin in the simplest of ways. And what I have found is you do not need a ton of ingredients and things you can't pronounce to do the basics and get good results. That costs only pennies. I drink a lot more water. I'm trying to do 50 to 60 ounces of water per day. I am being much more aware of my nutrition. I'm exercising more, and I'm doing this. Now, sometimes I use, because I've got them in my cabinet, I want to use them up in my bathroom, some other things for my face. But mostly I use this. I even take this with me when I travel. So, what was that, you ask? Let me show you. Got lots of tissues because I tend to make a mess. So I'm going to make a second batch. And again, whenever you try something, do your own research, test it on yourself and see if you have a reaction or not. But this is safe. Okay. All right. We're going to start with 2 tablespoons of Vaseline petroleum jelly. Vaseline is just the brand name. I didn't bring a spatula or a scooper, so I have to use my frother. And that's something, in the old days, you just did whatever worked, right? Okay, here's another tablespoon. And you can make it to your specifications. You can add a little more or a little less. You can have it with more of the baby oil or the aloe. Totally up to you. This is not scientific. Okay. Petroleum jelly. This, I think, was $1.50 maybe. Okay, so 2 tablespoons, approximately. Then we're going to do 1 tablespoon of the aloe vera gel, and this is organic. Okay. And then a tablespoon of baby oil. Baby oil. Okay. Okay, let me get that out of the way. Now, hopefully, using this coffee frother, I don't send oil and Vaseline all over the place. I'm going to mix it first a little bit to kind of incorporate the products, the ingredients. Okay, it's good for you. Shut up, lady. It's good for you. Okay. frother is really not meant to do big, thick things. And so heavier Vaseline kind of makes it go slow. I think I need a new battery. Oh, here we go. Petroleum jelly is a little thicker than milk. FYI. There we go. Where there's a will, there's a way. Okay. Look at this. Now, you can have this by your bath or shower, and after you dry off, before you get dressed, put this all over your body. It is so nice, and it goes on nicely. And you watch. I don't think you can see the shine from it, but it kind of soaks in, and I love the smell. But this goes on feet, hands, face, body, and when your body is nice and full of moisture from the shower after you've quickly dried off and you're still plump, this is the time, because this is going to help seal in that moisture, and you're going to stay moisturized all day long. Okay? All day long. It's great for the bottoms of your feet after you've soaked them or, done a pedicure. It's fantastic. Pennies. Okay? So, there is that. So I will put this in a smaller container, and this I keep on my vanity. All right. Okay. Now, for the morning, and you could do this in the evening as well. After you take your makeup off and you want to kind of wash your face, you could do this and then put a dab of this stuff on your face and go to bed. But this is, I bought several of these little cobalt blue glass bottles. I like glass. And what this is for is basically for the morning when you need to get up and just freshen your face, wake up your face, get ready for the day, whether you're going to put makeup on or moisturizer on or nothing on. This is fantastic. Okay, and so what we're going to use is rose water, and it smells so nice. Oh, just like a beautiful rose. And you can spray this directly, oh my goodness, on your face, on your hair, and smell like a scent, a fragrance. Very natural. So rose water. Whoops, sorry. And I'm going to link everything so you can see the brands that I used. We have vitamin E, pure vitamin E oil, okay? And pure organic jojoba oil, all right? All these are so good for your skin, so good. And this is Castile soap, pure Castile liquid soap, not the bar. And this now has peppermint in it. So but it isn't overpowering. It is not overpowering. But keep it out of your eyes. It's not going to kill them, but you don't want peppermint in your eyes. As a matter of fact, I would say if you want this for nighttime, you can buy the unscented, and that way you're not, waking everything up. Peppermint is an uplifting scent. It awakens your senses. And so that's why I use this in the morning. Okay? So let's go ahead and get started. I've got a funnel here. Okay. And we are going to start with, let me get my glasses because I don't want to knock this over. Okay, so we are going to start with the rose water. And this is a refreshing facial mist that you can use. Okay, and we're going to do about 3 tablespoons. These containers, these blue containers, are 2 ounces. All right, so 1, 2, and extra, and 3. That's something to remember. You need to release this so the air pressure doesn't make it rise up and not go down. Okay, so 3 tablespoons of the rose water. And then we're going to do half a teaspoon of jojoba. Half a teaspoon of jojoba oil. Jojoba oil is good for the skin, the hair, your nails, cuticles, your feet. But this is a great way to condition your hair. So you wet your hair, put this on it, put it up in a towel or some plastic so it gets nice and warm, and wait 15, 20, 30 minutes and then wash it out. Your hair will be so soft. Okay, and then next is the vitamin E, and that is about a 1/4 teaspoon. It has a dropper, so that makes it easy to measure. I love vitamin E as well. Vitamin E, I'm going to put a little extra, top it off, is very good for healing for like cuts, scars. That's great at helping heal and prevent scars from a wound. Check with your doctor. I'm not a medical professional. Okay, so what we're going to do is close this and just gently mix it before we add the Castile. That's it. Okay, and the Castile soap goes in last. And we're going to do about 1/4 teaspoon as well. Okay? That's it. That's all you need. Look at this. I've made 3 jars already. This is going to last forever. Okay. We are talking pennies, pennies. Now, there's a little bit of space here, and you can, if you'd like, add distilled water or purified water. I'm not going to, but you can if you want to. All right. You don't want to shake this violently because it will foam up. Okay, you just want to kind of roll it around. Get it in there. And then in the morning, you're going to take a white cotton pad and or just your hands, your clean hands, spray it through 2, 3, 4 sprays and wipe your face with it. Oh, it is such a lovely, natural scent. It doesn't feel perfumed, and perfumed things on your face isn't too good. Oh, it's just so nice. And this is 2 ounces, so it can go with you in your carry-on on an airplane. And this, like I said, this is going to last a long time, and these products are going to last a long time, and they are good for your face. So now you can put this on in the morning, wipe it off. You can rinse it off with water if you want. So I would do this personally in 2 steps. Rinse it off first and then do it again. Okay? So this is something that is a very old recipe. And I'm going to be going through, I don't have it nearby, it's in a different room, a book it's a homemaking book from the late 1800s, early 1900s, right around the turn of the century, the last century. And look through there and maybe look at some old recipes, things that we can make. Because remember, they didn't have, very often a drugstore that had all, these beauty products and things like that. You had to make a lot of them at home with some of the things they had already. Like I said before, I have talked to 2 dermatologists about this and have gotten their total blessing on the efficacy of this. And there is no reason why most people cannot do this. You may have certain skin conditions that prevent you from doing something like this. You know your skin. You be smart with your skin and the choices of what you use. And if you're on something medicated, don't change. Don't change just to try this. Check with your dermatologist or your skin specialist. But, yeah. I will never look like this again. But that's okay. I don't think I'd want to be that exact age again. I like being older. I loved the decade of the late 60s, mid to late 60s, and 70s. The whole decade of the 70s, most of the decade of the 70s. They are very, very fond to me. And if I could go back and visit, I would. But I like my age right now. It is what it is, and I'm embracing it all. I would want to go back to the 70s for the memories, for some of the experiences. The relationships, the friendships, the fun. because for me it was a lot of fun. Yeah, there were hard things in the 70s, but I only focus on the good because that's what makes me feel good. So, anyway, we will be doing more of this kind of thing in the future. I'm going to get that book and go through it and find some easy, practical, inexpensive things for, for not only beauty, but maybe homemaking, maybe cooking, maybe, just practical household things. How they had to live back in the turn of the century, 1800s to 1900s. They had to be very ingenious. And I think we have gotten lazy in that we think that the answer is in some expensive product. It's easy to order online. We have it like that. We don't have to make it. We're not aware of what's in it. And sometimes we're being sold a load of malarkey. Okay? So, let's get back to basics. Let's get back to simple. Let's get back to wholesome and pure. God, this world needs that. Even if it's just a little bit of skincare, right? So, tell me what you think. Tell me what ideas you have that maybe, if it's not too difficult, that I could incorporate, into a video. Okay? So, I appreciate you. I appreciate your comments and feedback. Make sure you're subscribed. And I'm going to sign off for now and see y'all in the next video. Goodbye for now, my friends.